Hey there, I'd like to open by thanking you for showing interest in our technology. Josh Q here. I am the Chief Product Officer at NitroAccelerator. I'm recording this video from our home base in Austin, Texas. I'm going to walk you through a quick test that I recommend starting with. This will help you get familiar with the default settings and the activation process. A few items that I want to point out here real quick before we start. The software is production ready. No reboots are needed. Because of this, our customers can test and deploy without interrupting existing connections on their network. In this test, I will perform a baseline select query. Then I will install NitroAccelerator. I'll show you how to enable acceleration, and then I'll wrap with a quick accelerated query test. The baseline query should take about 25 to 35 seconds, and we'll see if we can cut that execution time in half. Heck, maybe more. So please stay tuned. Over here on the client, we are going to open up SSMS and create a select query. We do not want to update or alter any information because we want to run the exact same query twice. So I'll hit execute here. It should be right around 25 to 35 seconds. While this is running, I will create a quick ping test to that server. You should be right around 50 to 55 milliseconds of latency, 55 milliseconds here. Now with all of these tests, I recommend running everything multiple times as it will change over time and average your results. But the goal here is to just show how to run a very, very simple test here. So this completed in 28 seconds, and the entire goal of this video is to beat 28 seconds. So what we're going to do now is install NitroAccelerator. To do that, we will double click on the install file here and click through here. We will receive some UAC prompts. We will click yes. And then here it says, don't forget, relaunch your client applications and install the software on other endpoints. So at this point, we will install on the other endpoint, which is our server. So we have the same exact MSI file that we'll be running here during the launch process that will know if it's a client or server. This is much faster since we are running as admin. So here we can see that we are running on this side now. So we'll head back over to the client. And now that we are installed and running on both sides of this connection, we want to accelerate the connection between them. So what we're going to do is close out of the client server application that we would like to accelerate. In this case, it is SSMS. Close out completely and then reopen it. You have the option just to close out of your individual connections within SSMS. We do not recommend doing that for this test. SSMS uses something called connection pooling quite a bit. So if you were to just disconnect and reconnect, it might keep part of that connection open. The goal is a true, brand new, fresh connection here for us to play with. We can already see some movement down here. I will click new query quickly, and then it should go up a bit more. So we have 3 here, now 4, and there we go, 3. So the blue connections are accelerated, red connections are not accelerated. So if you were running this on production and there were many connections on the network, especially on the server side, you would see many red connections. The blue ones should line up with the remote address here. Blue means accelerated. We're good to go here with this test. We are running default settings here across the board, so I won't change anything else here. So I will paste in this query and I will run it again. When I run it, keep an eye on the time down here. While it's running, this red line is how much data would need to move through without Nitro. The blue line is how much data is actually moving through, and it looks like it completed in 8 seconds. So if you had a client-server application, whether it was Tableau, ArcGIS, it really doesn't matter. As long as it is pushing through that SQL Server traffic, it will automatically pick that up and accelerate it between these 2 endpoints. If you are moving some other type of protocol through the line, as long as it is a TCP-based protocol, we can support it. So please reach out and I can send over some additional information. And there are many features in here that we have not even talked about. So within your additional test, if you're getting less than an 80% compression rate, please reach out. We can help speed that up. Depending on your goals, there's quite a bit that we can work with here. So thank you very much for watching this video. Look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.